In this video, we are going to use AI to build a complete digital product. And so really these are the 3 steps that you need. Um, Obviously we need a niche, and we're going to use AI to help us come up with digital product ideas. And then we're going to use AI to actually build the digital product. And then the final step is just to build a digital product sales page. And like I said, we're going to use AI to help us do all of it. So as you can see here, and we're going to do this live, okay? There's going to be no editing. It's just going to be run straight completely through, and you're going to see this happen in real time, and you can see the mistakes that I make. You can see anything that I need to correct, and potentially you can build something like this for yourself. So the first thing that we want to do is I'm going to come over to AI, and I'm going to explain to AI what my niche is. I'm going to ask for an avatar, and then I'm going to ask for some ideas that we can potentially use to make money. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm actually going to dictate this so that it goes a little bit faster. I don't have to worry about typing. Hi, my niche is helping pet owners understand what dogs can and cannot eat. I am looking for ideas for digital products that are priced somewhere between $17 and $27. I want you to act as an expert in digital product creation, have a deep understanding of buyer psychology so that you can create a list of 20 digital product ideas that viewers of my YouTube channel will be begging me to buy. So please give me a list of 20 of the best digital product ideas that I could market with my YouTube channel, where I teach pet owners what their dogs can and cannot eat. I will also be adding in affiliate links inside of this digital product, so please give me affiliate opportunities as well. All right, so hopefully once this is done transcribing, you can see there it says, hi, my niche is helping pet owners understand what dogs can and cannot eat. I'm looking for ideas for digital products that are priced somewhere between $17 and $27. I'm actually going to price it at like $7. I want you to act as an expert in digital product creation, have a deep understanding of buyer psychology. I always like to include buyer psychology in there, so that they can understand marketing. So that you can create a list of 20 digital products that viewers of my YouTube channel will be begging me to buy. So please give me a list of 20 of the best digital product ideas that I can market with my YouTube channel, where I teach pet owners what their dogs can and cannot eat. I will also be adding in affiliate links inside of this digital product, so give me affiliate opportunities as well. After it comes back with a few ideas, I might ask for the avatar as well. In fact, why don't I make that, include that? Please include a avatar for my pet owners. Just know that I'm a male and I will be creating content. It'll be a faceless YouTube channel where I use exclusively B-roll and text on the screen in order for people to understand what their pets can and cannot eat. All right, so hopefully that gets added. I'll say, let's see, please include an avatar. Okay, great. So I'm satisfied with this for now. One of the most important things that you've got to learn is how to ask the right questions and how to engineer the best prompts. Because if you put in bad prompts, it's going to give you bad output. And so you can see here, it starts off with the avatar, my ideal buyer, 75-25. Let's see here, a dog food safety Bible. That's interesting. A complete can't eat food list and serving sizes. The ultimate human food for dogs cheat sheet. That's a printable. And so the next thing I'm going to say is I'm just going to have it do all the work. I don't want to overcomplicate this. I'm going to say, based on your suggestions. Actually, let's just talk right into our thing here. And we're going to say, based on your suggestions of the 20 ideas, which one has the highest chance of buying conversions? Because I want to make this as seamless and as easy as possible for people to see the link in my description and buy. So please rank them in order, the top 5 best opportunities, and a quick 1 or 2 sentence reasons why this is the best for me and for my audience and YouTube channel. All right, so again, we want AI to do all of the work here. And as you can see, I said, based on your suggestions, give me the best one, and hopefully it'll give me a quick answer. And then I'm going to, first I want to create an outline, okay, Dog Food Safety Bible, Toxic Foods Emergency Toolkit. Fear cells is interesting. Owners panic when the dog eats grapes. So, healthy homemade dog treats recipe pack, the ultimate human food for dogs. Safe. Okay, why it converts. They're practical tools, not just nice to have. If you want to start with just one for maximum momentum, I'd recommend the Dog Food Safety Bible. Okay, so now I'm going to say, great. Now that I have the Dog Food Safety Bible, can you create a thorough outline? Thanks for the suggestion. Can you create a thorough, depth, and detailed Dog Food Safety Bible? Create a framework, create an outline, act as an expert in building out PDFs that people want to buy, building out digital products that people want to buy. Make sure that it is thorough, it covers every single thing, and customers will be begging to buy it. They'll look and say, yes, I must have that thing, and they'll put down their hard-earned money. All right, so now that we have that, again, it says that we're going to price it between 17 and 27. And the one other thing that we might want to do later on is we might want to come back and ask for order bumps. That's going to increase the average order value. Let me actually just let me draw this out so that you can see what I'm talking about if you haven't heard of an order bump. So normally we have a main product. This is going to be our PDF, right? Main product. And we're going to price it, I don't know, let's price it at $7. So what normally happens is we have our YouTube videos, right? We've got our YouTube videos. People will then see our link in our description, and that link will go to actually, let me just redo this. Let me redo this. So what normally happens is we've got our YouTube videos here out here working for us, doing the heavy lifting. Right? Inside of all of our YouTube videos, we will have a link in our description, and we will have a link in our a pinned comment. It's the first one. And I'm just going to draw like a little link here. Let's say that's a link. And that link will go to a sales page. That sales page is going to talk about the current problems that our target audience is going through. I'm going to put sales page here, and then how our digital product is the solution. People are going to click on the button included in our sales page, and that sales page is going to take them to an order form. On the order form, it's going to have a quick summary of the product, right? So it's going to have a summary, and then it's going to have what's called an order bump. The order bump is designed to increase the average order value of the customer. So the customer might think, yeah, I want to buy for $7. We've got thing one here, and then that's for $7. And then we have like a little checkbox here that says click here to add something to our order, and that something is going to be, I don't know, let's say it's $9. Oh, let's say it's $9. And then they click there. So the order goes from 7 plus 9, and that quickly, they now are going to pay $16 for help to have their problem solved. And then what you can do next, this is kind of like marketing 201. You can have upsells where you're offering something else, and then you can have downsells if they say no. But that's for a different story for a different day. So why don't we do this? So I'm going to say, in addition, can you give me a list of 10 order bumps that would be perfect to go with our Food Safety Bible? Later, I'll be asking for an outline and a framework for one of these, but for now, just give me 10 ideas. All right, so while that's working, we will click go, and it's going to give us an outline. The next thing that we're going to do is we are going to ask ChatGPT to turn this dog food safety Bible into an actual digital product. Okay, so it's going to take all of this and turn it into a digital product based on the next step, I think, would be to ask it for um, the best type of digital product this should be. Should it be a PDF? Should it be whatever? But we can see here 10 order bump ideas for dog food safety Bible. These are perfect add ons, and you can see they're between $7 and $17. A printable fridge magnet, emergency vet hotline list. That might be, I don't know. But you might say to yourself, who would pay for that? If they can just buy this and download it, they can save time than having to Google, right? Um, Dog safe treat recipes, holiday survival guide, safe human snacks. Okay, so that's interesting. Now, what it says, do you want me to build out the dog food safety Bible in full detailed with a filled out master? So yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I want you to build out our dog food safety digital product. It has to be thorough, it has to be detailed, and it has to be something that our market gets value from. It cannot include fluff. I want it to include information that can't be easily and readily found on Google. I want this to be so good that people refer to it again and again and again. And in fact, they come back to me later for additional help. All right. So the other thing that we can do is we can go over to a website like, is it PLR? Let's do this website. So while we're waiting for that to come back, it shouldn't take too long. What we can also do is we can go to a website like this to look for potential upsells. Now, I'm just going to type in dog, just like that. Oops, we'll spell it correctly. We're going to type in dog and then look for potential upsells. Maybe they have a video training or a course that we can potentially buy. Or another option, what we could try and do is we could ask AI, ChatGPT, to come up with a course. And then I could use something like HeyGen to make the course for me, because my faceless YouTube channel uses HeyGen, and if they're already comfortable with the AI voice, then I could actually probably do something with a PowerPoint presentation and have it read that way. So let's go back over here. Oh, let's hit that. But I think we have a few options. So I'm going to just type in PLR dog video courses, like that. So where can I buy ebooks, dog training PLR done for you? Let's see, this is the site that we were just at. Let's go back, let's try plr.me. But this is essentially how you can start building a little business, and then the only thing that you've got to worry about is marketing it. Now, you can market it on YouTube, which we're doing, Faceless YouTube channel. You can market it on TikTok or Instagram, dog training PLR articles. So I'm actually looking for a video and not necessarily just an article. All right, so that's working. And I'm just gonna let it run. So you might actually hear a little bit of silence. Like I said, I want this to be a live build so that you can see what this looks like step by step. All right, so not bad. You can see it's still going actually, which is really good. What we can do once this is done is, what do we got here? We've got a couple options. One, first and foremost, we have what's called a minimum viable product. This is something that we could quickly download once it's ready, and sell. What we could do, what I think we should do, is we could actually take this section by section, right? So while we have a minimum viable product, something I think we could sell at a discounted rate for maybe like $1 or $2, I would feel more comfortable. I would feel more comfortable probably doing this section by section. So, this is, I would say, hey, this is a great start, but let's do this section by section to make sure that we are getting the best we can get. And once this is done, I'm going to show you what that looks like. But the other thing I want to show you is how to build a sales page, because the sales page is probably as important, if not more important, than the actual product. And again, we're going to use AI to build a sales page. And then when it comes to your sales page, you've got two options. One, you can put the sales page inside of Gumroad, and I'll show you that right now. Gumroad. You can start for free with Gumroad, but what I'd recommend that you do instead is use GBolt Systems Lite. And with GBolt Systems Lite, you can get started with $17 per month. And then if you look, these are all the features. You get, if you do $17 per month, you get over 7,000 emails, payment integration, you can connect your social media, you can schedule your posts on social media, you can sell digital products, you can have unlimited contacts. And the contacts are what's most important, right? Unlimited landing pages, unlimited autoresponders. So the autoresponders are important because someone buys a digital product from you, then you can start doing email marketing and sell them more stuff on the back end. Unlimited funnels, unlimited forms, unlimited surveys, and there's a bunch of training in how to set all of this up inside of GBolt Systems Lite. And so what I'm going to tell you to do, my personal recommendation, obviously it's my software, go this route, so then later on you don't have to transfer stuff over. So like you could start off in Gumroad, which if you're strapped for cash, start off with Gumroad. But then when you go to upgrade to GBolt Systems or something else, you're going to wind up spending more time upgrading and transferring everything over. I got to fix that. Transfer everything over, right? So let's see, what do we got here? Are we done yet? Okay, great. So I'm going to click on download. We can download this as a PDF. And what I want you to do is, see, you've got version 1 right here, right? Version 1. This is not the final product. What we could do is, let's see. You see how it says Markdown or Microsoft? Let's go over to Canva and see if we can make this a little bit prettier. So I think I'm here. Go over to Canva, and we could do something like, maybe let's try a doc. And then, or we could do maybe like a workbook. So let's do a workbook. And then we can use any one of these templates. So let's do workbook, use customized template. We've got these. And then I want to see if we could, we can go to, let's go all the way down and click on, so let's find our digital products right here. And let's see if we can do, let's try Markdown MD. I'm not actually sure what this is, but I wonder, could I pull this Markdown MD into this? Couldn't. Okay, great. What we're going to do is, let's see if we can do PDF. Pull this PDF in, and then we can make it look pretty. We can add images of dogs. We could do all sorts of stuff. Images, folders, designs, dog safety. So this looks kind of weird, but what I would do is we can do dog safety food Bible. Spend a little bit more time. Now, you don't have to do this. If you're just getting started and you want to move quickly, we can come back up here and do dog safety food Bible. We can change this image if we wanted to. So like we can go elements and we can just drag this here, boom. Spend a couple more minutes looking at this will look a little bit better. But, you know, again, like I said, if we're time sensitive, let's undo that. And we can paste this in just like that. But, you know, we could do something like updated for 2025, and then just spend a little bit at your website, spend a little bit more time going in here and filling all of this stuff out, make it look great. You don't have to do that. If you're just getting started, this will work. Or you can even hire somebody to make it look pretty. But now what we want to do is we're going to say, okay, thanks. Now we need a sales page. I want you to act as an expert in building high quality, engaging sales pages that convert readers into buyers. This sales page needs to use the most current and up-to-date persuasive tactics in order to make sure that the reader is engaged from the very beginning. Please use the most powerful sales page template possible to build something that will get people to buy. Now, in the sales page, I want to sell our dog food safety Bible for $1 to start. Eventually, we will increase the price, but for now, I want you to make sure that you are using a mix of paragraph text, using subheadings and headings, and bullet points to make sure that the reader is engaged throughout. The sales page should be medium length. It shouldn't be too long, but it shouldn't be short where people don't see the value in our dog food safety Bible. So please create one that meets those requirements. It is engaging and it compels readers to go to the next page, which is to submit their payment. All right, so we've got that. But like I said, we can always come back to this a little bit later and ask it for a little bit more detail. But you can see here it says, okay, thanks. Now we need a sales page. I want you to act as an expert in building high quality, engaging sales pages that convert readers into buyers. I think that's always really important. This sales page needs to use the most current and up-to-date persuasive tactics in order to make sure that the reader is engaged from the very beginning. Please use the most powerful sales page template possible to build something. You can also say, like, use the voice of, is it Dan Kennedy? He's one of the best copywriters out there. In fact, I might add that. I want you to say, please use the voice of the most famous and well-known sales page copywriters to make sure that it compels readers to take action and buy immediately so that they don't wait and miss out on the opportunity. Please do not use fake scarcity in order to sell. All right, so we've got that added, and now we are going to hit enter, and we're going to see how this falls. And then what we can essentially do is we can come over to this website. I think I've got an account. I believe I have an account. Okay, great. So I've got that. I'm going to go over to products, and you can see I already have one here. We can do new product, and then we're going to say digital product. And then we're gonna price our product at let's do $5, and then we're gonna name our product the Dog Food Safety Bible, like this. Paste that in, and then we're gonna click on next, like that. And then we can add in a little description, and then we can also add in, you know, our URL here. We can add in a cover that we get, add in a thumbnail, call to action, additional details. And then, you know, we can actually use all of this. We can use AI to do all of this, right? Offer variations of this product. So, we can do version 1, limit sales, allow customers to choose quality, custom domain, mark product as blah, blah, blah. So, okay, so we should be able to, let's go to content. Let's see, save changes, publish and continue. Okay, enter your content you want to sell, upload your files, or start typing. We're going to click on upload, computer files, and then downloads. We can go here. Great, so we've got that. We can come back. Let's click on save changes, come back to the product. Okay, so let us see. We've got this. Okay. Let us copy. I'll just copy all of this over here just so that you can see it. Copy that. Go over to Gumroad. We're going to paste that in. And you can see over here, if we preview it, this is what it would look like. Great. And so we might have to just go through, clean it up. We'll delete this like that. And then, if you want to get rid of the spacers, you can, but that's fine. We're going to say, oh, so we upload images or video. So we're going to say, we can just tell AI what we're going to do. We're going to say, we're currently using Gumroad to sell this digital product. Gumroad is asking for a cover. Please create a cover that would be engaging and help to sell our digital product. The cover has to be an image. So we're going to do that. I should have given it the dimensions. I can also include a thumbnail if I want. We're going to change the call to action. We'll leave that as is. We'll do summary. But yeah. So right now, let's see what we got here. Let me go back over here because I made a mistake. We'll say here are the dimensions for our cover. Here are the dimensions for our cover. And then paste that in. We'll click stop. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to bring that down here. And then hit enter. And I could also use Leonardo AI to do this as well. But we just want to get a version 1. Okay. And then I also want to include a summary. I say, please write a short summary. Also, please write a short summary. Also, please write a short summary. And what I'll do, guys, is I'm actually going to put this a link to this digital product in the description so that you can see this for yourself. So you can go check it out. But yeah, this is essentially what you can do. Content, we've got that, and then we can always add more things to bundle it if we want. Stamp this PDF with the buyer information. So the only thing that I don't like is how long this usually takes. But again, like I said, I want this to be a live build. Let's, I don't know if it's going to let me just, yeah, I can download this one. All right, so you can see that here. I don't know if it's going to fit. It might not be the right dimensions, but we can make it work. So we'll go here, computer file. Let's see if it's the right dimension. Okay. So that's what it looks like. I kind of want it a little bit smaller, but let's say, please write a summary. So I'm going to stop that, and I'm going to say, please write a short summary. of our Bible. Please write a short summary of our Bible. Okay, so we'll copy this. We are going to paste this in like that. Actually, I'm going to say make the summary shorter. Make the summary shorter. All right, so we'll delete this. Okay, great. Copy that. Paste that in just like that. And let's preview this again. Okay. Oh, I need to change that to $1. Let me see if Gumroad will let me do $1. I couldn't remember. Say $1. Some of these will have a minimum amount you can pay. So we're going to do save and continue. We've got that. We're going to do publish and save. You must connect at least one payment method. So we're going to save changes. I am going to, where is payouts? Learn about payouts. Settings. Okay, so payout method right down here. We'll add that. But what I want you to do is take a look in the description for a link to this digital product. You can see it yourself. All right, so let me know if you have any questions. If not, we will see you in the next video.